If you got close enough to a black hole and somehow survived, the last thing you'd witness before crossing a certain invisible line wouldn't be darkness. It would be the entire remaining future of the universe playing out in front of you, compressed, distorted, and impossible to look away from. That invisible line is called the event horizon, the boundary around a black hole beyond which nothing, not even light, can escape its gravitational pull. It's not a physical surface. There's nothing to touch or bump into. It's simply the point where the escape velocity required to break free exceeds the speed of light itself, which means escape becomes mathematically impossible, not just difficult. Here's where things get strange. According to Einstein's theory of general relativity, gravity doesn't just pull objects, it warps time itself. The closer you get to an extremely massive object, the slower time passes for you relative to someone farther away. Near a black hole's event horizon, this effect becomes extreme. If you were falling toward one while a friend watched safely from a distance, from their perspective, you would appear to slow down more and more as you approached the horizon, your image growing dimmer and more stretched, eventually appearing to freeze entirely, never quite seeming to cross the line, fading from view over what would look, to them, like an almost eternal amount of time. But from your own perspective, falling in, something completely different would happen. Time would feel completely normal to you. You'd cross the event horizon in a perfectly ordinary, finite amount of time, feeling nothing unusual at the boundary itself. Some physicists describe a bizarre theoretical consequence of this time distortion. Because time outside would be passing so much faster relative to you as you approached the horizon, in the final moments before crossing it, you could, in principle, be witnessing an incredibly sped-up version of the entire future of the outside universe, compressed into your final perceivable moments before the horizon cut you off from receiving any more light from outside entirely. After crossing the event horizon, escape becomes physically impossible, and depending on the size of the black hole, an effect called spaghettification would begin, where the difference in gravitational pull between the part of your body closer to the black hole and the part farther away becomes so extreme that you'd be stretched into an increasingly thin strand, like toothpaste through a tube, well before reaching the theoretical singularity at the center. Nobody has ever observed this firsthand and returned to describe it, and current physics suggests nobody ever could. Everything we know comes from mathematics and light bent around black holes from a very safe distance, describing an edge of the universe where our normal rules for time simply stop applying the same way for two people standing just a short distance apart.